The authorities have been trying to chuck evergreen tree services of Bromley into the chipper for years, but it's been hard to shut them down once and for all. Evergreen have been squeezing money out of Kent's senior folk using intimidation and pressure for goodness knows how long. Up until now, we haven't seen them in action. But hold on tight. And if you get the urge to shout obscenities at the telly, that's your prerogative. Just, please, don't throw things.
Our trees are in need of a short back and sides. So, how much does expert tree surgeon James Pinder think the job should cost?
Should be a few hours' work, and we're looking at a ballpark figure of £500.
But what will Evergreen Tree Services charge actress Susan? Let's find out.
Hello. Are you Mr. Evergreen?
That's correct.
They seem friendly enough, but it's straight down to business.
What I would like is if you could maybe bring them down about 2 feet.
Remember, our actress is, well, an actress. She doesn't live at this house, and she never has done.
If you want these lowering, the price is going to be a bit costly. Because we did these trees for you about 5 or 6 years ago.
Was that you who came 5 or 6
5 or
years
6
ago?
years, yeah.
No, it wasn't. That's a complete lie.
It was a husband you dealt with, I think.
Yeah. Her imaginary husband.
So how much are they going to charge for this £500 all-in job?
Normally to do a tree can cost about £375 to £380 per tree.
There's just no way you could justify that for this level of work.
Thankfully, they offer a discount.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to even it around. I'm going to do it for a straight £370 per tree for you.
That's a 1.3% discount. Thanks, guys.
So £3,000 to cut the trees, but Evergreen don't stop there.
Because as you remember from last time, I had to charge you £170 per tonne to dispose of the waste. All tree surgeons charges that.
Well, if only we could check that with, I don't know, an expert tree surgeon.
That does seem really excessive.
But would you have an idea whether this is...
A tonne or two.
A ton or two? There's no way.
An elephant several tons.
Yeah, well, we can't guess them.
His wife's a tonne.
That's actually rude.
Listen, I'm going to give you a itemised bill, and we get it all on the calculator.
Right, an itemised bill with a total price. Or maybe not.
I haven't got it in with me, because where there's doing it today, it means me going back to the office to get an itemised bill.
Oh, they haven't got the itemised bill-making machine thingy. Didn't see that coming.
I didn't see this either, from a man who, for now, we'll call Jimmy Fiddle. It's an early indication that he's keen to put his hands on things he shouldn't. But what's really tickling Jimmy Fiddle is our chance of getting a written quote.
When I get quacking on with it, I'll step in your kitchen and we'll get a pen and a paper and we'll get...
I have some paper there.
Yeah, he's literally laughing behind Susan's back. He's tickled pink. And they're all at it, including the cavalry, who are getting hands-on even though Susan hasn't yet agreed to a price.
Look at him working on the ladder. No protective equipment, one-handed chainsaw use. That's just outrageous.
While the Kent Chainsaw Massacre continues outside, inside, it's more like a psychological thriller, as this lot seem increasingly interested in how much money our actress has stashed away.
But you said you're going to see how much cash you've got indoors, that's fair enough.
Okay.
You see if you've got it's just over 3, I think it's going to...
So, as ordered, Susan goes upstairs to count her cash. What happens next is plain scary.
He's coming in, he's in. He's calling him in, he's calling him in. They've all come inside. What are they all doing in there?
While they've told Susan to go upstairs, 3 men have gone into her house uninvited and started snooping around. And when she comes back downstairs, they rush out like naughty little schoolboys.
There's just no need for any of this.
What did you manage to scrape together?
Well, I thought I had 2,000, if that's all that I have.
You've only got 2.
Yeah, she's only got 2,000 quid, lads, for a job that should have cost a quarter of that. Still, I suppose if you don't trust this old lady, you can always go in her house and double-check. That's exactly what the front man tells his mates to do.
Count the lumber, see how much cash you've got.
And this is the really frightening bit. The front man distracts our actress by leading her to the back of the garden.
Right, you come on, let me show you the limit.
So Jimmy Fiddle can go into the house.
And he's come in.
His mate quickly joins him. Our team hears someone go into the upstairs bedroom.
Yeah, no, she's got to get back in the house.
Yeah, can I just get my pain tablets for a minute?
Just wait a
Really
minute, I just want to
upset
show
me.
you this because I want to get the level perfect.
The high-vis frontman is still trying to delay her going back into the house. The team hears someone running down the stairs.
I think they've just gone out the front door.
And they sneak round just in time to pretend that nothing's happened. Yeah, funny. Now, back to the money. The pressure is on.
You must have a bit more than 2,000, and I can't do it for 2. See if you can wriggle a little bit more up.
Well, that's all the money that I put aside
We
for
won't bother
this.
trimming the sides then. We'll just do the top of that one and call it a straight 2,000 for you then.
So that's £2,000 now for what should be a £250 job.
We don't need to count now, I'll take your word, it's all there.
It's the aggression, it's the pushiness.
Go on, I don't need to count it. I trust you.
It's 16:30.
Yeah, you trust her so much, you ask your mates to count it instead.
They basically just want £2,000. That's that, which is outrageous.
And with the money paid, they cannot get away fast enough.
Thank you. Can I have that piece of paper so I know what I've reckoned up?
Well,
I'm going to put that on your receipt now.
I need this to remember.
No, it's going to go on your receipt. I need to remember.
Okay, let me write it again.
No, just give me that one, I'll put it on your receipt now, look. The
Okay.
time's going, dear. You start
Okay.
to do a job and then you tell me you've got enough money.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No problem, let me get it on your receipt.
Charming. Except he's not off to sort out the receipt. He just leaves with £2,000 for just 30 minutes' work. Shocking.
And they're already leaving.
It's just, well, it's horrific. Really, really, really bad.
Yes, Evergreen Tree Services are about to get a drastic pruning. The time for chopping and changing their identities is coming to an end as we invite them to a back garden identity parade. Evergreen Tree Services think they can roll merrily on, stripping greenery from the purses and wallets of Kent's older citizens without anybody catching up with them. Well, winter is coming, Evergreen. The leaves are falling. It's time for the people of Britain to get deciduous on your bad selves. Everyone, I've got to have more cowbell.
Earlier on, we saw this man sneak into a woman's house to see how much cash she had stashed away. But who is the man with his hands constantly down his pants? Well, it turns out his name is James Doyle, and he's been conning Britain's pensioners for years. 6 years ago, he looked like this. It's a police mugshot. Doesn't he look cute? Sort of like a young Freddie Flintoff.
No, he's not cute, but he has been caught out. In fact, he was jailed not once, but twice for defrauding pensioners in the North East. And in May of this year, he received a 6-month suspended sentence for conning old folk in Kent.
Time for another house, another garden, another veteran actor.
All that trouble they go to distract somebody so they're looking the other way and then they can go inside the house and go through the stuff in the bedroom. It'd be so much easier if the old lady's bedroom was at the end of the garden. That's what we've done.
Yes, I'll be waiting for James Doyle behind the washing line. Now, who's this? Yes, it's James Doyle with his big orange friend.
Is that the time? They're coming.
All right, now, so it's the tree guy.
Could you make your way down to the gate there? I'll let you in from the other
Yeah,
side.
you open the gate on the side.
Okay. It's this branch here.
And they're off. And it's Jimmy Fiddler leading the Transformer. They're down the back straight, over the first wall. But what's this? They're being followed up behind by old lady. And there's a faller. There's a faller. We've got one face down.
You seem to have got left behind there.
And in slow motion, you really see how James Doyle treats people, even his big mate, who he leaves prostrate in the dirt.
Can we get you a taxi? I'm not sure about buses around here.
That's what you call a getaway. Flippin' heck. I was only dressed as an old lady. And I only had strong words to offer. It does give you an idea of how they see themselves. James Doyle, Evergreen, if they come anywhere near your front door, that should tell you what you should do. Very straightforward. Call the police. Evergreen Tree Services. But crucially, that guy, James Doyle. Action-packed.
Yes, it was blindingly obvious Usain James Doyle didn't want to chat face to face. A few days later, I finally caught up with him over the phone.
Hi, James, how are you?
Not too bad. How can I help you?
Well, I'm just trying to find out what happened, because last time we saw each other, you took off at very high speed.
These allegations you're making against me are false.
What, you think we've made it up, even though we will be able to demonstrate it by showing the filmed evidence of you behaving in exactly this way?
Oh, well, for TV, I mean, that's fair enough, but these other allegations you're making against me, I believe them to be false.
What gives you the right to go into people's homes and rifle through their property to find out how much money they've got?
I've never been to anyone's property.
We've captured you on film doing these things. Can you please start to give us some answers?
I don't know you're on about. Which customers? I don't run any companies whatsoever. What do you want me to do now?
Send all the money back to us and to all the customers that we detail that you've conned, taken for thousands of pounds, who you've forced down the bank.
I haven't conned any customers.
Yes, you have. That's why you got a suspended sentence.
Yes, and I give that money back.
You're not sending £2,000 back for the terrible work you did.
Well, certainly not.
James Doyle didn't have very much else to say. Well, nothing serious. Instead, he just turned to insults.
Where did you get that from?
Where do I get what from?
I think it's like a... Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, James. See you very soon. Yeah, so that's James. He's having a laugh at all of our expense. It's a thing to bear in mind. He's having a laugh at all of our expense. And I think it's time for that to stop. He doesn't like my face, but I think it's just as well that you remember his. We've handed all our information over to Trading Standards. Now, we know that James Doyle and his highly visible friend, we'd love to know who he is, by the way, may well still be operating under any number of different company names. These are the faces, therefore, you need to memorise, and if they come anywhere near your front door, don't muck about. Get on the phone to the police, as I've said. But for now, there are two more faces in our leafy rogues gallery.